y'all. This is Marla K. Hope y'all are well. I have no idea what is going on today with this internet and the sound, but I'm having a whole lot of technical difficulties. So hopefully this one will work. In any event, this message is about Google Pay turning into Google Wallet. If you have an Android device, you probably already have installed on your phone a digital wallet that you did not download, that you do not want. And so you should check and make sure that you don't have one. If you do, you are able to uninstall it as of now. It's not one of those mandatory things that you can't ever remove from your device. So this video will be about the Google Wallet, what will be in it, and how most people are going to be caught off guard and not really understand what's happening whenever this old system finally ends and the new order and the new system comes online. Beast infrastructure is already here. It is doing its thing. It is definitely not playing any games with us. And the fact that it's Google rolling it out is pretty scary because to me, it's a sign that, Google is an international company. So they have power to make sure everybody uses this thing in concert with the government. So it also shows how these non elected officials and the governments and tech companies are working together and speaking in one voice. Although they're not formally saying it, their actions are saying it. So let's not underestimate the actions of any of these deviant adversaries working through people to ensnare all of us. Okay, so Google Pay will officially reach the end of its life in June. It's finally time to switch over to Google Wallet. And so this article came out a week ago by someone named Alyssa James. Don't know who Alyssa is. So back in 2022, when everybody was still in the house, scared to go outside, kinda, and not really paying attention, Google Wallet pretty much replaced Google Pay as the main tap and go app for the tech giant, except in several countries, including the United States. So I didn't know this. I'm sure most people did not know it either because we don't know. We just used to things, and when they change, we just use, whatever the new thing is they forced us to use. But a recent announcement is finally putting an end to the payment app. Google Pay is going to be discontinued on June 4th, 2024 in the US and in most other regions. So that means across the world, other than in Singapore and India, according to the official Google blog. For those who still use Pay, Google asserts that Wallet offers the same features as well as new ones, such as digital items like transit cards. So they're going to keep up with your movements in the cities. Driver's licenses. So they're going to keep up with all of your personal information that you have to use to secure a driver's license, including your driving records. State IDs, same thing, and more. Don't know what more is, but they're going to tell you soon enough. Google states that Google Wallet is used 5 times more than Google Pay app in the US, meaning that most users seem to have made the transition already. Well, I didn't even know Google had a wallet. And how do we know? How do we verify that it's used 5 times more than Google Pay? We don't know. All we got to go by is whatever they tell us. So if you're using the Google Pay app right now, however, you can still view and transfer your balance until that cutoff point, which includes transferring it over to your bank account. After the cutoff point, you can only transfer balances to bank accounts through the Google Pay website. So this Google Pay app is not going to work on your phones after June the 4th. You will have to go online and transfer that money to your bank account on through their website. Also, you will not be able to send, receive, or request money from others through the app after June 4th. The transition could be an issue. So it says the news of Google Pay officially ending shouldn't be a surprise to most people, as Google Wallet had already taken over years ago. I didn't know anything about Google Wallet. I didn't know anything about Google Wallet. I think Alyssa is full of you know what, because even if it was there, like why would we know about it unless we were in another country? Like they're not telling us nothing in America about digital wallet. So, you know, Alyssa is making a lot of assumptions here and trying to persuasively write a compelling story as to why we should convert. She was honestly shocked that Pay was still even around at this point, especially since Wallet is the superior app thanks to its wealth of features and support. So it says, however, there is a major hurdle Google will need to overcome, and that's the branding issue. While most people are using Google Wallet, that doesn't mean that they're calling it. That's what they're calling it. It's widely known as Google Pay thanks to how close it sounds to Apple Pay, and many retailers are using the Pay sticker. Google Wallet is easily one of the best mobile payment apps out there, and it would be a shame if it lost brand recognition because so many users aren't even aware of the name change. That ain't the only thing they ain't aware of. They ain't aware that this is part of the beast infrastructure, especially if instead of a proper information campaign notifying people of the switch, Google simply gives out new stickers to replace old ones and retailers. Well, they didn't even do a decent job of telling you that it was going away. Like, I just knew the app was there on my phone. Then I saw something briefly that said, Google Pay is going away. I think I got an email. But, you know, I don't use it enough to care. And for people who use it a lot, I'm sure they probably were aware, but that's mostly younger people. Older people who like doing stuff the old way because we know how governments and crooks work, we still trying to hang on to doing our business the old fashioned way. And these young people are selling us down the river because they have been trained by this system to rely on technology. Everything has got to be easy, fast, convenient, quick. And so this is how we're going to be sold out. While that is a valid part of the strategy of converting people over, so they got to convert you, they got to convince you to use this. It can't be the only one, or else there will be a serious confusion and even mistrust. If the average user doesn't understand that wallet is a simple conversion over Pay, it's not a simple conversion. It is a whole new system where it's going to have access to all your information, and it's going to be required in order for you to buy or sell. And they're going to have permission to track you in order for you to participate in this system. That is not the same thing, honey. So Alyssa is an op. So there's a good chance that they may not want to trust the app for future purchases. Got that right. And it's even worse since data theft is so rampant nowadays, which could contribute to even more mistrust. It doesn't help that Google had a failed physical card that it stopped supporting. And so I want to talk about these physical cards because everybody had one. PayPal, Venmo's trying to give you one. Everybody got a card, and then they gave you the card, and then they're like, oh, we're not going to use it anymore. It was a hassle because a lot of stores didn't accept it. So only participating vendors or stores accepted the card. So it was only helpful if you shopped at certain places. That's the issue with all of this stuff. And it wasn't what we call interoperable, where it just worked everywhere anytime you needed to use it like a bank card. So it really wasn't convenient. So once they get this CBDC online, it's going to be like a debit card. You're going to be able to use it everywhere, and nobody's going to be able to opt out of it, or you're not going to be able to participate in the new system. And while some businesses are, bucking and not accepting these things, eventually the time is coming where they're not going to have a choice. So it says, which argue the having the physical card that failed apparently damaged the brand even more. It didn't, because most people didn't even know they had a card. So hopefully the tech giant has a plan for this transition, or it will spell big trouble in the long run. I don't bit more believe it's going to have no trouble in the long run, because Google is an international company. Google works with all these governments in all these nations. It works with WEF. It works with WHO. It works with the UN. It works with NATO. It works with everybody. So what are they talking about? It works with the rich people. It works with Gates of Hell, Bill Gates of Hell. But the stories on Microsoft Start, and Alyssa is peddling BS. So everybody's in cahoots. The actions speak louder than their words. Believe what they do. You can believe some of what they say too, but believe what they do. And the fact that they chose to roll out digital wallets internationally to all these different people who use Android phones, which is probably more people than a little bit, is pretty amazing to me. So this is what lets you know that they are well on their way to rolling this stuff out to everybody. You're gonna go to sleep, the system gonna go down, you're gonna come back up, and they will have linked all of your stuff to a wallet. And all you gotta do is go sign up. Once you start signing up, they're gonna connect you here, connect you there, connect you here, connect you there. Next thing you know, you will have a new identity and a new way to be tracked. So don't y'all go to putting all this stuff in the wallet like y'all crazy. Okay. So it says Google Wallet now supports 40 more banks. Can you finally pay by phone? So this is the other thing with Google Wallet. The the sell is going to be, you're going to be able to use your card or your banking info anywhere. So you can travel just like a credit card. Um, Even if you have bank regionally or with a credit union, they're trying to make sure they get the participation of all these entities so that you don't have an excuse. So you're not going to, it doesn't matter if you bank with a little bank. You're still going, that little bank signs up to be supported by this wallet, then you're in the system if you sign up for the digital wallet. So it says replacing your conventional wallet with a digital alternative is convenient for sure. And this is how they're always going to sell everything to you from now on. It's going to be convenient. It's going to be easy. It's going to make things better. It's going to be quicker. It might save you a few little pennies, but it's going to cost you your life. But one of the biggest drawbacks has always been the little guy. If you bank with a large national bank, you have no trouble. But your little regional bank, good luck getting Google to notice. That's changing though, as Google Wallet has added support for more than 40 banks. Almost all of them are smaller regional banks that only have a presence in a single state or two. So this is why the rollout of that wallet is so insane to me, because it just why are they trying to get all these banks? Because that digital currency is getting ready to come out. These banks are getting ready to collapse, like probably beginning this month. So a lot of stuff is getting ready to start happening. You got to keep watch, um, and you got to keep prepping. This comes after Google Wallet added support for insurance cards. So now they're going to monitor your health. They're going to know when you go to the doctor. They're going to know what's wrong with you. They're going to know when you pay for copays. They're going to know when you get medication. They're going to know everything about you, and transit passes. Again, so that when you move, they will know how often you travel, where you travel, how much carbon emissions you emit, and then they can start finding you, taking that money out of your digital wallet. Gym memberships, if you are obese or overweight, if you don't work out, whatever, they're going to know that. That's also a way of them tracking your health. And club loyalty cards, so they will know where you shop, when you shop. If you like to go to a place and get a discount, they'll know about that. They'll know what you purchased, because those loyalty cards are going to be in their digital wallet. Driver's licenses, I already told you what they were going to do in the other from the other story. And more than 40 banks last December. In total now, there are 4,800 banks and financial institutions supported in Google Wallet. So I don't know if that's just for the United States or if that's internationally. Android Police was the first to notice the new additions. Several dozen bank customers can now tap and pay in stores using their Google Wallet, including, and these are a list of regional and state banks and credit unions um, in America. So it says if you don't see your bank here, there's a good chance it's already supported. And it said you could check on their list, but I clicked on that link and that list doesn't work. The link doesn't work. It says as Google pushes to add more banks to Wallet, it's important to remember that Google Pay, which is essentially the same service, it is not essentially the same service. So see how they lie? Because you can't put all that stuff in Google Pay. Google Pay just want to know your bank account information, where they're gonna send the money, who you're gonna send it to. It's like Venmo and Cash App. They're not asking for all this other stuff or making room for you to put your insurance card and all that stuff. So this is the lie, and they casually throw it. That's essentially the same thing. No, the hell it's not. It is not. Don't y'all believe it's not either, which was essentially the same service, will be shutting down at the beginning of June. So now I'm assuming between March and June, it's going to be some happenings in the money sector. It's also I want to say April will be January, February, March, April. April will be the end of a quarter, first quarter. So if the feds are ending their program with these banks, and the banks are going to have to start making payments on the money that they got, and they're not able to, they may default. I don't know what's going to happen, but a lot of stuff is happening between now and April, and then we got to go through May, and this stuff is happening in June. So I don't know what's going on when we're going to be forced to deal with this digital wallet issue. But right now, you know, it is voluntary. um, if you use Google Pay, it ends June the 4th. I don't use it anymore. But I uninstalled the wallet off of my device. It's not on anything else because I ain't uploaded. I haven't updated anything else. But just make sure that you are paying attention to what is going on with your mobile devices. Do not give consent. If you let it stay there, you're consenting to allow it to snoop, to take information, to collect pictures, listen to your conversations using the microphone, because it's a Google product. Um, I'm so astounded that they did this, and when I deleted it, it didn't register with me how massive this could be. So when I read this, I was like, though, so this is how they're going to do it. Your phone has a chip in it, so you don't have to worry about getting nothing installed in your behind. You walk around with a phone all the time in your pocket, in your purse. You take it to church, you take it to work. Your kids take them to school. You sleep in the bed with them. There's nothing that they won't know about you. Um, Digital wallet or not, because this chip that you're so concerned about being implanted in you, you already carry around with you. So just keep prepping, keep praying, keep seeking the Most High, obey those laws, statutes, and commandments. Come out of the system. Be planning how you're going to come out of this system. Figure out who you're going to barter with. Try to connect with like-minded people in person, not using technology, because you're not going to be able to use technology soon. And for those people who are planning on not participating in the system, you're going to be shunned. You're going to be persecuted. You're going to be told on by your family and friends, because you have strong convictions and because you choose the Most High over the system. Folks are going to be pissed because they can't opt out because they didn't plan, they didn't prep. So you got to anticipate all those things. You got to anticipate the people you're going to encounter and plan accordingly. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. hit that bell notification so that you'll be notified each and every time I upload new content. Follow me on Rumble, Odyssey, Facebook, and Instagram. The links are in the description. In the event that I am booted from this channel, I will upload content to Rumble as long as I can. If you'd like to support the channel financially or contribute in any way, links for my Venmo and coffee are in the description all the way at the bottom as well. This is a labor of love. We do not receive any sponsorships, and we are not monetized. So the work that I do on this channel, there's no we, it's just me. The work that I do here, I just do it on my own, and it is definitely of the Most High. There's no way I would know all this stuff was out there if it wasn't for Him directing my eyes and giving me the meaning of what these things mean for His people, so that I could share with you. So if you are um, you find this information helpful, your contributions will also be helpful to me, because all of us are being persecuted, believe it or not. Everybody who is standing up trying to tell y'all stuff, we all are being persecuted. We are all suffering. So, and not just distress and the anxiety, just financially, we're all being persecuted. So it takes a special type of person to do this, and any type of assistance you can give any of us would be appreciated. So keep prepping, keep praying, keep seeking the Most High, obey those laws, statutes, and commandments. Get into your word so that you will have discernment and be led to the things that you need to know about in this hour, so that you can navigate this beast infrastructure, because it is coming rapidly. And it's coming in all ways, shapes, and forms, and sizes, and times, and we don't even know half the time what they're doing. So check your devices. Let me know if you found Google Wallet on your devices and you didn't install it. Let me know if you're going to uninstall it. Um, if you use any other types of wallets, or if you found them on your devices, let me know. Just let us know in the comment section about, what is going on. What are your thoughts? What are you seeing? What are you feeling? Has the Most High given you any insight into what's coming in the way of these digital wallets, and what can we do to protect ourselves, to get ready for what's coming? Because I think it's coming sooner than we think. A lot of people think, oh, it's going to be 2030. It ain't going to be 2030. It ain't going to be 2028. It's going to be 2024 and 2025. This is going down. This economy is getting ready to collapse, and I can't stress it enough. I can't tell people. People just don't believe. So I have to find out the hard way. But y'all keep prepping, stay ready, and you don't have to get ready. All right, this is Marley K, and I'm out.